Hey everyone, welcome back to day 2 of 100 days of Solidity series. Okay, so as we all know, in the previous video we saw a basic introduction on Solidity, and in this video we will see some of the data types in Solidity. Okay, so we'll use the same file. So the first data type being uint. So let's say uint number equals 1. Uint stands for unsigned integer, meaning it can hold only positive values. Okay, and there are a couple of variations in uint, which means like it can hold multiple numbers. Like if we specify uint 8, it means that it can hold up to 8 bits of data, which means it can hold numbers from 0 to 255. Okay, so why 255? 255 is nothing but 2 power 8 minus 1. Okay, so this is how it can hold. So let's say if we specify 256, there's an error. 255, there is not. Okay, and there are a couple of other variations, like you can just double the number, like uint 32, uint 64. This is how it does. Like this is how you can specify multiple variations. And the maximum variation, like maximum value it can hold, is 256 bits. Okay, so this is how we can specify the maximum range. And even if we don't specify any range, like let's say uint, it means it consumes whole 256 bits. Okay, so the next data type is int variable. So let's say int number 1 equals 2. So integer basically means that like it can hold both positive and negative values. The same variation goes here as well. Like you can specify int 8, but here there is a twist. Here, as we saw, it can hold up to 0 to 255 values. Here also it can hold 255 values, but since it also supports negative integers as well, it can hold up to 128 numbers only. So it can go up to plus 128 and till minus 128. Why is that? Because adding these two ranges we get 255, which is nothing but 2 power 8 minus 1. So if we specify, let's say minus 129, there is an error. Minus 128, there is not. This is how you can do. You can also specify positive numbers, like let's say plus 28. That also works. Okay, this is the integer variable. So the next data type is address data type. So we can specify address like this: address me equals address of this. Okay, so address can hold any Ethereum address which starts from 0x. Okay, so if you hold any cryptocurrencies in any wallet, you can specify your address of wallet up right here, like 0xabc ... Okay, so this is how you can specify your own address. We'll use address of this for now. Ignore address of this. We'll see what is that in the later videos. Okay, so the next variable, the next data type is boolean. So we can specify boolean like this: is true equals true. So as we all know, boolean holds only true and false values, and in both of these variables there is no variations like address 8 and address 256 and like that. Okay, and the next variable is string variable. Let's say string name equals Bob. So this is string variable which can hold string values. Let's say anything which can hold that. Okay, so for now we'll use Bob. You can also specify single quotes like this. That also works perfectly fine. Okay, and the next variable, next data type actually is enum data type. Most of you might know this is data type. We'll see how it works. Okay, so let's say status, and we'll say delivered. Okay, delivered, and the next, let's say pending. Okay, so this is how you can specify a enum data type, and let's see how it's used. So let's say we want to use status package delivery is equal to status dot pending. So this is how you can use. Let's say there are a couple of status you want to use. You can use anything. So if you want to specify any states of anything, you can use like this. So by default, it does not store it as string. It uses numbers to represent this. Okay, so if you specify dot pending, it will be 2. Okay, if you specify 1 like here, it will consider it as delivered. You can specify like this. Okay, so let's say a status of 1. You can specify like this. By this, what it means is status.delivered. Okay, if you specify off one, this is the same thing as status.delivered. So this is how you can use. In the later videos, we will see like in the real use case, like how it's actually being used, and this is how in the basic cases like it's being used. So these are some of the basic data types that are being used in Solidity, and couple of other variations also come in, like some arrays come in, mappings comes in, and structs, if you might know, that also comes in, and a couple of others as well. Okay, we'll see all those in the next video. This is it for today's video. Thank you all for watching. Take care.